Kyrgyzstan. I've been hearing about this country for the past few years. People said the nature is incredible. Tall mountains, magnificent lakes, canyons, and super nice people. I just knew that we have to visit it ourselves. So finally, a few weeks back, me and my dad set off and spent 8 days exploring Kyrgyzstan. Straight from the Bishkek airport, we rented a 4x4 car, which should allow us to explore all the beautiful parts of Kyrgyzstan. After about 3 hours of driving, we reached this absolutely stunning canyon. We have reached the base of one of many mountains that are here in this area, and it was very small road. We went here for like 5 or 10 kilometers, and all the way right at the end of the road we found this one small yurt.
O, здравствуйте! Okay.
These people only speak Kyrgyz, which is the local language, and even though it uses Azbuka, it's still a different language. But the translator app is not supporting Kyrgyz language, so we were just talking as much as we could. We got even invited to see the inside of the yurt. I have to say, the place they live in is absolutely stunning. We continued driving further, exploring beautiful mountains and heading to one of the most beautiful lakes in Kyrgyzstan, Son-Kul. But because we came from a different side than it's usually done, we suddenly weren't sure if we're even going to reach the lake. One of the most iconic lakes in Kyrgyzstan is a lake called Son-Kul, and we are about to get there. Or at least we think so, because now we started off from one village and we were asking multiple villagers because there was no road on the navigation, and all the villagers told us you should go there, and we have almost no idea which road is the correct one. But we've been now following one for a few kilometers, and it seems that maybe it will reach the lake, but it's quite an off-road track. Like, there are these steep hills because actually the lake is behind all of these mountains and we have to somehow cross them. Those mountains have maybe 2,500-3,000 meters in elevation, and so we have no idea if we're gonna reach the lake or not, but at least we're gonna try. So finally, after 15 kilometers on a very, very rough road, which took us through more than 3,000 meter peaks, and then we descended back down, and we finally reached this magnificent lake called Son-Kul. And even though we are now at the surface level, it's still more than 3,000 meters above sea level, which is crazy. And it's incredible how quiet it is out here. Like, apart from a few animals and birds, there's literally nothing. And the lake is actually quite huge, that in the diameter from one side to the other, it's, I think, more than 20 kilometers. So to go all around it, it would take a lot of time, and there's again just a small road, and on the other side you can still see some mountains with a snow cap on top of them. And well, this is just magnificent. Well, good morning. We came to our car and we found that there is unfortunately a nail. That means that we have a fully flat tire. Fortunately, the friends from our yurt accommodation are helping us right now. So this is what caused it all. The tire is repaired, and now we're just gonna put it back onto our car and we can continue on our journey. The truck from China is coming, and here the road is full of sheep or cows and horses. Now we have already reached the southern part of Kyrgyzstan, which is already quite close to the border with China. Actually, only about 30 to 40 kilometers from here, there's already the border. And here, the nature is just incredible. Like landscapes, this is exactly what I love. It's actually just 4 degrees Celsius, almost 3,000 meters above sea level, and there's this fog. It's raining a bit, but the mood and the atmosphere of this place is just stunning. Good morning. This is definitely not how I would imagine the 1st of June to look like. There's fresh snow. It's like 1 degree Celsius. I think the perfect start to the month of June.
As if the snow wasn't enough, our car we were driving was having some issues with its engine for the past few days. Therefore, the person from the rental company delivered us a new car. The only issue was that it was a pickup, but didn't have any cover of the trunk. Therefore, we had to somehow improvise, but which in the end didn't work very well. With our new car, we set off back from the south of Kyrgyzstan towards the biggest lake in the country. But what we didn't know is that we would experience a very big traffic jam. We were driving like this behind a pack of sheep for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and it seemed like we will go like this for hours. But finally, we somehow managed to overtake them. Well, welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
And after about 15 minutes of driving for about 5 kilometers per hour, we managed to get through this huge pack of sheep, because if we wouldn't do that, we would go like this for 50 kilometers. So there's another car which is having quite a lot of struggle to get through. We somehow managed to do it through the side of the road. So this is just your normal traffic jam in the highlands of Kyrgyzstan.
On every corner of our journey towards the lake, there was something pretty. Mountains, forests, rivers. Really, Kyrgyzstan has it all. After a long drive, we have arrived to the biggest lake in Kyrgyzstan, Issyk-Kul.
And we have reached the biggest lake in Kyrgyzstan called Issyk-Kul. It's really an enormous lake. There in the distance you can see the other shore, but its length, it's like 200 kilometers or even more, and we are somewhere in the middle now, and the water is super clear. And nearby there are different canyons and mountains, so it's really kind of very diverse area. Right next to the shore, about 5 kilometers, is this beautiful canyon, and it's just one of a few. I think there are 3 canyons like this in total. It actually reminds me like I would be somewhere in Arizona, like Sedona or something like that, but no, we're here in Kyrgyzstan.
From the canyon, we had one last spot we wanted to visit, the mountains. We found a small road that should probably take us all the way to some high mountain pass. Let's see if we made it there.
And this is one of those crazy ideas we usually have on the road. I found some small road on the map which seemed like it will go all the way to the mountain peaks which are still covered in snow. So we went there, we went through some small villages. It seemed like maybe the road doesn't even exist, but then we continued, we went on and on. The road has become smaller and smaller until we reached the part where we are now. We are more than 3,000 meters above sea level, and right here is the place where, let me show you, where the mountains are already covered in snow. Just maybe 1 kilometer ahead and there's already a full winter going on. These are the places that I love. The places which basically no one discovers. You discover them randomly without any plan. You cannot plan it in any way, and you just spontaneously go. And this is the way I usually find the absolute best hidden gems in every country I visit. So if you ever go on some trip, don't be afraid to be a bit spontaneous. Don't feel like you have to plan everything, because it's just impossible, or at least that's what I found out, that even if I try to plan something, plan the itinerary that I will visit this and this and that, usually when I'm on the spot, I just go with the way I feel like, spontaneously. What I found, what I discover, those are the best memories. So whenever you go somewhere, travel, don't be afraid and be a bit spontaneous.
The higher and higher we went, it was getting colder and colder, and before we knew it, the entire place was fully covered in snow. Realizing this was only 40 kilometers from the canyon we visited a while ago, it was really surreal.
And we have reached the end where the road doesn't continue. It's actually blocked because it's already fully covered in snow. There are just some streams of the melting snow coming down, so for the car it would be really impossible to go. But in the summer months, when the snow kind of disappears, or I'm not sure if it disappears fully or not, but then it's possible to go through this mountainous pass. But now it's still too early for that. But we will walk for a while to see what nice is here. And yeah, Kyrgyzstan surprised us once again. And the crazy thing also is that now my watch says that we are 3,300 meters above sea level. So because we are going still up, it's becoming quite difficult. I have to breathe quite a lot. And yeah, high altitude is definitely not anything easy. So let's go.
And with that, our time in Kyrgyzstan was over. The nature here is truly stunning wherever you go. Lakes, rivers, canyons, mountains. Kyrgyzstan really has it all. Thank you for following our journey, and I will see you soon on the next one.